Credit System Pro, what is going on, guys? This is Joe Dickinson, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to generate some leads within more of your cold market. So here's what I mean by that. People that you don't know and they don't know you. Your warm market, people that you know, friends, family members, people in your phone contacts, etc. that you've probably talked with before, that's your warm market. We showed you how in the video that you watched above this, how to go do that. Now, if you're not on a page where you see the video above this, if you go into your system, after you go to Credit System Pro and you go over to My Marketing Pages and go to Lead Capture, you scroll over to the text message scripts. The video that you watched before this one, more than likely, was this video right here. If you haven't watched it yet, be sure you do. This is going to show you guys how to create momentum with your warm market. And I'll tell you, there's real power there because you guys can start reaching out to people that you know, so can your team. It creates massive duplication. So if you haven't done it yet, go watch this, and it's going to teach you how to use these textable links in your My Marketing Pages lead capture section. Textable link 1, 2, 3, and 4. These will only make sense to you after you watch this. So if you haven't done it yet, go do it. Number 2, I'm going to show you guys some free techniques that you can utilize to start generating some interest and pushing people into your funnel pages. So we're going to talk about the webinar funnels. We're going to talk about these cold market funnels here. There's more down here. I mean, here's the reality, guys. What good are these unless you can get eyeballs on it? And I'm going to show you how to do that. A couple different ways. Number 1, you can buy leads. Some of you might have tried that before. You can do that. You can generate your own leads with paid traffic. How do you do that? You can run Facebook ads. You can run Google ads. You can run display ads. You can run YouTube ads. You see what I'm getting at here? So that's a way of generating traffic. I'm going to also show you some free techniques. All right, now we're not going to focus on these things in this video. We are going to focus on this right here. Here's the deal. Facebook, incredibly powerful. A lot of people that you're friends with on here, you probably never talked to before, but you're connected with, right? You want to show them what you're doing with FES or whatever company you're with. Here's what I recommend. You guys want to post things on Facebook that's going to create engagement. Here's what I mean by engagement. Likes and comments. Reason being, you want to start messaging people on a consistent basis and start to talk to them about what they're doing. And then ultimately, go ahead and pique their interest about FES or the company that you're promoting and hopefully turn them into a customer or distributor. But you need to talk to them before you can do that. So what I recommend you don't do is just go messaging everyone like crazy. Let the people come to you. Attract them to you. And here's how you do that. You post things that people are going to be attracted to. So here's the deal. What do people like to see on Facebook? People like to see love, family, lifestyle, talk about controversial events. Think about it. What creates activity in Facebook? You ever seen a viral post? What is it usually? A funny video where people are tagging their friends, or a controversial article that a lot of people are commenting on, or maybe a picture of you and your fiance, your husband, your wife, your kids. Think about this. Have you posted something on Facebook that gets a lot more engagement than maybe some other things? I'd be willing to bet that it's probably things that are showcasing your lifestyle or a major life event like a marriage or or an anniversary or a promotion or something like that, okay? So what you want to focus on when you're thinking about what to post is what's going to make people like and comment as it relates to your business. And I'm going to show you how to do that, because you might say, well, Joe, how am I going to put something up that's going to relate to my business but also create a lot of engagement, getting likes and comments? I'm going to show you in 1 second. Here's a major rule of thumb, and I would write this down. And this is something you want to ask yourself when you're getting ready to post on social media. Will this make someone stop scrolling through their newsfeed? Question. That's the end of the sentence there. So here's the deal. What are we used to doing on Instagram and Facebook? You open your phone up and what do? You just scroll like at a crazy fast rate, right? Typically scroll. So when you're posting something, you got to ask yourself, is this going to make someone stop and look and say, what is this person doing? Here's what works. Pictures of you, a selfie, your face just flat up in front of the face. A picture of you, a beautiful picture of you and your family outside enjoying some time. Maybe a picture of you going like this where you're shocked. maybe a big congratulations or something like that that's going to create and stop people in their tracks, and they're going to look at what it is that you have to say. So here's how we do that and relate it back to your business. You guys are more than likely, most people on here probably, you might be working a 9-to-5 job, which is absolutely cool, right? I think jobs are very good. So you're working that, you got a stable life, you got a stable income, but you want to get, ahead. You want to build a business, you want to make some side income. So you work your 9-to-5 and then you work your business at night. And you're doing it for a reason typically, right? Like you want to supply a better life for your family or whatever your why is. Your why is something very powerful to leverage. So I'll give you an example. If you have kids and that's your why, you might want to post a picture of you and your kids. So get your significant other or someone to take a picture of you and your kids. Here's, say my 2 kids right here. So, and I don't have kids yet, but anyways, if I had 2 kids, I might want to do this. Put my, my arms around my 2 kids, put the picture up on Facebook and say something like, here's the reason I work as hard as I do, making a living during the day, 9 to 5, and working on my fortune at night so I can eventually create an even better lifestyle for them. You see what I'm getting at here? And I'll show you a quick sample. So if I were to make a post, I'm just going to grab a picture, and let's just imagine this picture here is a picture of my why, me and my kids or my parents or whatever, right? So here's a picture. It just so happens to be flowers. It's for a client of ours, actually, social media. But here's the deal. Imagine this is a picture of my family. I might want to say something like this. Here's the reason I work as hard, as hard as I do as a part-time entrepreneur. And we could post that up. A lot of people who see this are going to do 2 things. One, they might be like, wow, that's great. They see a great picture of me and my family, and they hit the like button. Like. You get a bunch of likes from love and family and why. You might get some people commenting saying, hey, what do you mean part-time entrepreneur? You see what I'm doing here? I'm adding lingo in that's going to make people ask questions. All right, so that's a really good idea. Here's another cool little sample. And guys, let me just back up and say this. When people like and comment your post, you have reason to reach out to them. It's not weird if you message them at that point, right? Like if someone comments on this, hey Joe, keep doing what you're doing, that's awesome. Say my buddy Zach does that. I can go ahead and then send Zach a message and just say, hey man, just wanted to say, appreciate the love on my post. We haven't talked in a while, how you been? Or, hey, I see we've never connected here, appreciate the love of my post, what's going on? At that point, me and Zach can start dialogue, all because I put a post up that attracted him to liking or commenting on my post, which then opens up a chain of communication there, all right? You can go as far as the people who like it. You can say the same thing. Say, John likes my post. I could reach out to John and say, hey man, appreciate the like, how have you been? And you're opening up conversation there. Now guys, this is a grind, but it's a grind that works if you stay consistent with it. And if you're not doing anything else, it's a great thing to resort to. Reach out and network with people. I did that for like 6 years of my life, and it's the reason why I've been able to have the success I have now, because I built a massive network. It was a lot of freaking work, but man, was it worth it. So you guys can work on doing that now and starting to have conversations with people. So going back to this, knowing that likes and comments equal leads, post high engagement posts that are going to give you these things. So your love, family, lifestyle, picture of your why. Here's another sample. Picture of you working on your computer. You might want it could be 7 at night or something. You're on your computer. You have Facebook open. You grab your phone. You go like this. You take a selfie of you and the computer, because people are going to be like, why the heck is there a picture of this person with their computer in their background and a selfie? So we stop them with an image, a creative image. So we get a picture of that, and then we go to put it up as a Facebook post, and maybe we say something like this. Work part-time during the day. Work full-time during the day. Now, let me say this actually. Making a living during the day, working on my fortune at night. Anyone else got a side hustle going on? See what we're doing out here? We're not saying what we're doing, but we're making people curious to know. Like all my friends might be like, I wonder what Joe's working on. They might message me about that. Or they might like and comment. I have reason to message them. Or you have people commenting things that they're working on or saying, hey, what are you working on? Things like that. But you see what we did? We stopped them with an image that's going to make them ask, what the heck is it that we're doing? Here's another sample for credit people. Get a picture of your credit card. Don't show the numbers, obviously. Put your fingers over that, but maybe you want to get a selfie of you right up close to the camera holding a credit card saying something like, never thought, hold on a minute, never thought I'd get involved in the credit business, but man, do I love it. Something like that. So I put a picture of me right up in front, I say that, and then all of a sudden people might start messaging me, hey, what are you doing? Or they like and comment on it. Once again, reason to reach out. So you see how I'm crafting specific material and graphics and things that are going to relate back to my business, in this case credit. That's what you guys want to focus on. And it works because I did it. Now I'm not going to lie, it's a grind, but it creates momentum within your business and it's free. You guys just have to stay consistent with it. Show people why you're doing what you're doing. Why is it worth you doing that? Maybe you want to get creative and get a picture of you with a Band-Aid on your elbow and say something like, helping people repair their credit since, actually better yet, put a Band-Aid on a credit card. This is a good idea. I'll probably see a post like this now. Put a Band-Aid on a credit card and say something like, helping people repair their credit since 2017, or whatever it is that you got started, and then you can put like a little smiley face or something, or a laughing face with a picture of that. People are gonna be like, wow, that was creative and funny, things like that. And you're going to create dialogue because you're going to get engagement on your post. So I focus on that. Guys, here's the reality. Use these on Facebook, these posts we're talking about. Go put them on Instagram. Go put them on LinkedIn. Go put them on Snapchat. Cross-post. Leverage them. All right, so that's number one. I hope you guys are getting excited and write down ideas you have. Like if they're flowing right now, write down ideas on a Google Doc or on a notepad or something of posts that you can put up, because when you go to work and you come home, you tend to be drained a little bit. So if you're in the flow right now, write down things that will remind you of doing specific things, maybe when you don't have as high of energy. So tomorrow when you get home from work and you say, oh yeah, this is a good idea I had yesterday, I'll do that now. And stay consistent with this. Even if you guys don't get a lot of engagement right off the bat, that's okay. You got to stay consistent. Even if people don't like and comment, they see it. A good amount of people see it. All right, now, as you work, and you do this more and more, your stuff's going to get shown within more people's news feeds because of the Facebook algorithm, but it's important to focus on that. So anyways, that should help, and I'm going to cover topic 2 in this video. Once you create the likes and comments and get engagement and stay consistent with it, because it will come, you then want to know, how are you going to phrase the conversation? So here's a great opening line. You tell people, if they like or comment, you say something like this. Hey, whatever their name is, I appreciate you showing some love on my most recent post. We haven't talked in forever. How you been? That's a great line to lead with, something like that. But the reality is this, guys, your friends best, so say what you think makes sense. But when they respond, here's a little tip. Ask questions to people that you want them to ask you back, all right? So you might want to say something like, so, what have you been up to? Or how's the family? Or where are you working these days? You want people to ask what you do because it opens up a conversation. So here's a typical scenario, right? If I'm working, say, a 9 to 5, I might say, well, I'm working 9 to 5 down at the garden center, but I'm actually working part-time helping people restore their credit. Someone might say, oh, how do you do that? Boom, instantly we open up the conversation. So tell them what you're doing full-time, then tell them you're working a part-time gig, right? But just leave it at that. Let them ask you questions. The thing is this. It's going back to a scenario, say it's me and my buddy John talking. John wouldn't have asked me that question, or maybe he would, but you can control it a lot more. If you ask him, what are you doing for work now? Or what's happening? Or where are you working these days? Odds are they're going to ask you that question back. Ask a question you want reciprocated. Ask a probing question that will make them ask you that question back. All right? So anyways, that's how you can start tailoring the conversation into what it is that you do. And when they want some information on that, don't start vomiting all over them. Point them to a resource. This is where your system comes into play. Send them the webinar funnel. So my buddy John says, well, dude, how do you do that? Well, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, if you want some info on it, would love to send you a 4-minute video. You know, if you want to take a look, it'll do a much better job than me of explaining it. Humble yourselves, guys. One of the biggest mistakes I made when I got involved with network marketing was I spent so much time trying to talk when I should have just stopped, and I learned to do this, which is what allowed me to see success in the industry. I stopped, I said less, and I pointed to more resources that did the talking for me. This is where you can plug them into one of these pages that has the 4-minute video. You can text your friend this information right here. You can send them this link right here that has a video on it if you're talking to someone right through Facebook Messenger. All right, so this is how you can use these links and not rely on paid ads to gain traffic. You guys can bust your butt to make it happen, and it's worth it. If they want more information, you can send them into the webinar funnels. You can send them into the longer videos. Now, these funnels are designed when people opt in, they jump in and dive deeper into more and more video, right? So this shows a video on the next end, then it shows a longer video, et cetera, et cetera. So don't worry about that right now. But what I'm telling you is that's the kind of conversations you can have with people, and it'll work. So I'd recommend watch this video again, or 3 times or 4 times. You always pick up on stuff more, but this technique you can never run out of doing because you probably have so many friends on Facebook, and if you don't, just go friend more, network with more. Click on the home tab here, all right, and go through the news feed. Here's another little trick. You guys can click on news feed here, and you can go ahead and scroll between most recent and top stories, and you can scroll and find other people saying things, and if you engage on their stuff, they tend to engage on yours. So hopefully that one helps. Resort back to this. Use and put up things that are going to make people stop scrolling, focus on attraction marketing, and then use the system to tell the story once you have someone intrigued. Then you'll do it between the video above this, the warm market, and the video you just watched, and you have to watch it again, then make it happen. So with that being said, I recommend you do. So with that being said, appreciate you guys. Any questions you got, hit us up. We'll be here. Talk to you in a